Pokemon Let's Go is a current generation makeover on a longtime favorite classic, but very beginner friendly. I have spent some time with Let's Go, 28 hours to be exact. I am here to give you my review on Pokemon Let's Go. If you are a longtime Pokemon fan and have played Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, then you will love the current generation take on these games. The graphics on this Pokemon game are so pleasing that even 28 hours into the game, I cannot get over how good it looks. Pokemon are more defined than ever, towns and routes look as detailed as they possibly could in the Pokemon world. Overall, this year's Pokemon game is very visually pleasing. The gameplay of this game is where most of the controversy starts. As you may already know, random wild battle encounters do not exist in this game. Instead, this game takes the Pokemon Go approach. If you are not familiar with it, in Pokemon Go, you capture Pokemon by swiping your Pokeball at a circle around the Pokemon using touch-based mechanics. There is no battling involved. Instead, random encounters are basically just capture chances. Same gameplay is used in Let's Go. At first, I got pretty tired of just capturing Pokemon over and over. Eventually, it became second nature and didn't bother me anymore. Wild Pokemon now appear in the overworld instead of just randomly appearing on the screen like before. This is one of my favorite things about this game. It makes the Pokemon world feel more alive and real. These are the two major changes of Pokemon Let's Go. There are more, but I will touch on them later. There is one major gameplay mechanic that still remains the same in Pokemon Let's Go, and that's battling. Of course, what's Pokemon without Pokemon battles? They retain everything you remember from any recent mainline series Pokemon game. Every Pokemon has 4 moves and 6 stats. Unlike Pokemon Go, where Pokemon only have 2 moves and 3 stats. This Pokemon game is filled with trainers, and I mean filled. I don't think I have ever fought so many trainers in a Pokemon game before, and that's honestly a positive for me. A lot of more in-depth gameplay mechanics have been dumbed down for casual fans to enjoy. Everything from natures and individual values are still brought over from other games. Only major difference is that effort values are now called awakening values, or AVs. Perfect IV hunting is now done differently. Before, vigorous breeding needed to be done for better or perfect stats. Awakening value training is now in the form of candies, which are now easily obtained. Again, EVs are now called AVs. Before, you needed to fight and win against certain Pokemon to train a certain stat. Now, to receive candies, you must just catch that certain Pokemon in a catch combo to stack up on candies. It's not that much different. Pokemon natures can now be easily set on your next wild Pokemon encounter. By speaking to the fortune teller in Celadon City, you can change the nature of every single Pokemon you encounter next. This costs 10,000 Pokédollars, but makes it super easy to chase after natures you want on certain Pokemon. Before, you needed to either breed Pokemon a certain way or just get lucky when capturing Pokemon for a certain nature. Now it's much more easier to get the competitive Pokemon you need. Higher IV and shiny Pokemon can now be found easier by using the newly implemented combo capturing mechanic. Combo capturing is just a more basic version of radar hunting or SOS battles in previous games. In my opinion, I think this is a great new addition. It is a whole new take on basically hunting down Pokemon. All these additions are just more casual approaches to what we have already been throughout all of our Pokemon careers. This makes the entry point for higher level Pokemon battling much easier than how it was before. Lastly, I want to touch on the negatives of Pokemon Let's Go. I feel like the Joy-Con capture controls are very inaccurate at best. The Pokeball Plus accessory makes using motion controls a little easier and more precise. Luckily, you can play without motion controls, which makes it much easier when capturing Pokemon. There has been very minimal frame drops or slowdown, but it very much exists, as it always does in Pokemon games. The beginning of the game is also very easy and presents no challenge at all. Once you get your third badge, I felt like the difficulty finally started to ramp up, and there was definitely less hand-holding through the game. The competitive side of Let's Go is not the best when comparing it to past entries. It is very minimal, and I wish there was more options like in past games when playing online. Overall, Pokemon Let's Go is a very bare bones Pokemon entry. It is much more aimed towards a more casual Pokemon audience, but this doesn't take away from the fact that it's still a very fun game. I'm still having a blast playing this game, and I am sure I will not be putting it down anytime soon. On the other hand, I understand why this game could put off so many long-term Pokemon fans. Pokemon Let's Go is definitely an acquired taste, and not for everyone. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe. I have much more gaming content in my channel and more to come. Thanks for watching. Bye now.